after it. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Colts, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Hancock. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hancock. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And taken right at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is McDonald. Dancing to his left. He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's McDonald to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. McDonald. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the
1. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on 2nd down. Hancock will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Flush to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 99. Check 99.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled.
Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
These two teams all tied after one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Hancock flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with McDonald. They'll roll him out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Hancock eluding the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. From the gun, it's McDonald. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, Hancock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first and 10, McDonald escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Raiders 14. Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Hancock rumbling past the 30 and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hancock flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing on first down. Hancock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play this one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. McDonald. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Back to throw. McDonald. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's second and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
56-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, Hancock. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw. Hancock escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hancock. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 19 right. Hey, check. 3. Smash. Everyone, Mike 20. Let's put him on the bus. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Hancock. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A beautiful fake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
To throw on second down. McDonald. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, McDonald. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyler Shelvin able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Anthony McFarland, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, McDonald. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
first down. Taylor, and a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Second and 8 coming from the 19. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Gets past one man and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
31, Raiders 24. Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, going into the final play.